What's up, people? This is Brewing Daddy, back at it again. We got a product review for you today. We're going to be opening up the Northern Brewer 5-gallon stainless kettle. Now this is an economy kettle. I think we only paid like less than $40 for it. We also purchased a long handle spoon from them, and we'll include that as part of the review because you're going to need both if you're going to brew with this pot. So we're drinking up here a West Coast Radical Red by Northern Brewer. This is one of our recipes that we recently made, and we also have a video on it, so check it out. Good beer. Alright, so let's open this up and see what we got. The spoon, this was actually packaged in a larger box that we opened, and the spoon was in the larger box. So first off, the spoon, it's just a stainless spoon. It is not the highest quality. It is a little flexible, but you're not stirring mashed potatoes with this. You're just stirring up your wort, so I think it's going to work okay. I like the fact, I'm not sure what the length is on this, but I'd say it's probably a good 18 inches or more, the handle at least. But it's pretty long, way more than you need for this pot, but yeah, you can't have too long of a spoon. Alright, so this is what it looks like. I got everything wrapped up in plastic. It is a little flimsy. Keep in mind now, this is an economy pot, so it's not going to be the highest quality. Hard to believe that's 5 gallons, but it is. That's what it looks like on the inside. There's no dents. It's not heavy, but it's not super thin. I can't really push. The bottom is a lot thicker, it looks like, and the sides, but it's pretty hard to dent it in. You can't really dent it in. I think it'll be a good pot. We're going to test it out. We're going to be brewing up a bunch of batches in this thing. The handles, I mean, they're kind of small, but they're adequate. You know, we'll see how we feel once we got it full of wort and we're having to transfer it. So far, so good. I like the way it looks. Hopefully we don't have any issues with these rivets here. We'll find out. I probably won't fill the pot high enough though to test those rivets out if they're leak proof. See how the lid fits. It's pretty good. The lid is definitely a lot thinner than the pot is. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm able to flex it pretty good. Doesn't really matter that much. I mean, overall, for $35, less than $40, not a bad deal. We're going to brew a batch in this here, and we'll show you what it looks like while we're brewing with it, and give our opinion after brewing with it on how we think it performed. Overall, I think it was a good deal. You can't really beat 35 bucks. You know, I got free shipping because I ordered some other stuff with it, but you can't beat that. I think the spoon was $8 or $9, so and it's more than adequate. I mean, it's way more than adequate to get down in the pot. Even sitting there like that, it's still got 4 or 5 inches left hanging out. So we'll see how it goes when we brew up a batch of this, and then we'll come back and give our opinion of it. Alright, so we're testing out our pot. We got it loaded up. Right now we're doing a 5-gallon batch of Northern Brewer recipe, and it's our first time using it. We got 3 gallons in it, and there's plenty of room. It's a good 4 inches or so from the top of the lid, or from the top of the pot. We heated it up pretty quickly. I mean, it's not super thick, but it does seem like it's strong enough to handle whatever we're going to be doing. I haven't tried lifting it up yet, but once we do that, we'll know how well the handles work. Got our spoon here. We're going to be using it here in a little bit when we mix in our liquid malt extract. So we'll see how the spoon works, and we'll give you some more opinion on this pot. All right, we have some thoughts about this pot now. We are about halfway, roughly through. I believe we're halfway through this boil, almost. Unfortunately, and this is the first time I've ever had an issue like this. I have a little bit of a burn on the bottom from, I guess, the liquid malt extract after it was put in. I really watched the temperature and I stirred pretty frequently, but it just wasn't enough. I think this pot is so thin that maybe some spots of it are getting hotter than others, because I believe there's very little in it. You can see it, there's a little bit of black here. And I'm gonna try to filter this out. It's not a whole lot, it's just a few pieces, and I don't think it's a whole lot. But I believe just in the center of it, I can kind of feel it. Right in the center of the pot is where it happened. I was probably just steering around it and didn't steer it up enough in the middle. So that's very disappointing. I'm gonna have to be super careful with this pot moving forward because of that issue, because I was extremely careful bringing the temperature up. I had my thermometer in it all the way while I was steeping, and I brought it up very slowly from 150 degrees. It took a while. It took a good 20 minutes or so to bring it to a slow boil, and that's where we're at with it. So a little bit disappointing. I'm 3/4 of the way through this boil of this batch, and I'm just going to give some thoughts about this pot. One thing I do not like is the handles. They're very hot. I don't think I'll be able to pick this up with boiling hot liquid in it. I don't see it. Very, very hot. I had the issue with the burning. Not happy about that. And it may just be that I'm not familiar with this pot. Most of mine have been, this kettle is a lot thinner than what I'm used to, but still, on minimal heat and bringing it up very slowly, shouldn't have an issue with that. So I'll continue to do 5-gallon batches in it and see what happens the next time. But so far, I'm not really happy with it. Okay, so we have brewed with Northern Brewer's 5-gallon kettle, and we have some opinions of it. This is our final thoughts on it. The spoon actually did pretty well for an $8 spoon, no issues. It was more than adequate, more than long enough. It was perfect, it did its job. The kettle, not so much. Kind of regret going cheap with it. Probably should have bought a little bit nicer, more expensive one. The lid is what it is. It's very thin, and yeah, it's just covering your kettle, so it doesn't really matter. One thing we had an issue with and we were using very, very low heat. We had an issue with our liquid malt extract sticking to the bottom of the pot, and in the center of the pot it actually burned about an area about that big around. We had that issue, and also the handles being extremely hot. Fortunately, we were able to cool it while it was still sitting on the propane burner. Otherwise, we would have had a really hard time moving it. I actually, after using the pot, I actually cleaned it with a Brillo pad, and I noticed there's some staining around the edge right at the top of where the wort was. Not sure if the camera will pick that up, but there is some staining. That's from one use. Also, I noticed a little bit of discoloration on the bottom where the burner was hitting, the burner flames were hitting it, so it did discolor a little bit. Just a little bit surprised about this staining. I took the Brillo pad to it and a scrubby and hot soapy water, and I still couldn't get that stain out. So I'm not sure what to think. I don't think I would recommend buying this. I think I would recommend spending a few more dollars and getting something a little bit better quality. Unless you're really, in a crunch for money, this is probably not your best option. I'd spend 70, 80 bucks and get something a little bit better made, a little bit thicker, a little bit better quality. The stainless of this is obviously not very good quality because it wouldn't stain up like that after one use. So we'll keep using it, but not really happy with it. I'm kind of disappointed. I think I should have went a better option for my 5-gallon brewing, but it is what it is. I mean, it did its job. The only really bad thing was the burning. If it consistently does that again, I probably will not continue to use it for brewing. But that's my final thoughts. So I would not recommend this product. I would say look elsewhere unless you're just on a crunch for cash and all you can afford is 35 bucks. Otherwise, you can spend another $20 or $30 and get something that's a little bit better quality. We appreciate you taking the time to spend with us while we reviewed this product. Please like our video, please subscribe to our channel, and please share us. If you subscribe, we are doing monthly giveaways now, so every month we'll be giving away some merchandise or some products. We may give away some recipes. We'll just leave it as a surprise. We'll announce it each month. Our first giveaway is going to be a Brewing Daddy hat. So one of these hats will be given away to one of our lucky subscribers. So please like and subscribe. All right. Peace out, folks. We'll see you next time.